Chance Warmack, welcome back to Tuscaloosa. I hope you're doing well, man.
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Is it hot up in Nashville, Tennessee?
It's been hot, but it's kind of cooling down now. I'm actually still on the field talking to you, so it's cool right now.
All right. So, it's a little bit of a cloudy day in the southeast, but Chance, I want to look at the transformation that you've made, man. You have really changed as far as just your body makeup throughout the last couple of years, and I saw some pictures that day, man. You're looking good.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to, take it upon myself to be the best player I can be. And I think, just having a healthy body is going to help me far along in my career.
Let me talk about the biggest transition. When you made the transition from Alabama, being at a high level and making the jump to the NFL, you've had an evaluation period in the NFL. What's been the biggest jump for you?
I guess just the language of what I have to do and just the speed of the game. Just seeing things before they happen. I think when it comes to that, you just have to experience it for yourself, and the more reps you get, the better player you'll be in that aspect.
Chance, I want to talk about as far as the offensive line and going up against defensive line. Nick Saban said a couple of minutes ago that Alabama will have 9 to 10 defensive linemen that are ready to go. How big of an asset is that? Because offensive linemen, they have to stay on the field every single play. Defensive linemen able to rotate. How big of an asset will it be for Alabama to have that many defensive linemen?
I just feel like when you have quality players that are ready to go and that are experienced, and they learn a lot, and they can retain that information and put it on the field, that's just a big help. And not only does that improve your team collectively, but it also reflects the coaching in which they're teaching the players, and they can retain that information. Alabama does a good job of it.
Chance Warmack right now as he walks off the field there in Nashville, Tennessee at practice just ending. Chance, you've been through the Nick Saban process. What would you tell a freshman that just reported today about Nick Saban and the coach that he is on the field?
I'll tell him the same thing I told my little brother because he's a freshman. I just tell him, keep your head up, believe in yourself, and even if you mess up, because you're going to mess up, you got to stay positive and just keep pushing and be consistent as possible. And, with that attitude, you can do whatever you want to do.
Chance, how big of a grind is it? Is it more physically or mentally during this time of the year in NFL and college? Is it more mental or physical?
I feel like when you're younger, it's mental and physical grind because you don't know what to expect. And you're learning a new system, terminology that you've never heard before. You're trying to retain it, and at the same time, do it at a high level, high speed, and be physical while doing it. And then when you get older, well, not older, but like when you're in the mid years, like myself, 3, 4, 5, you're trying to perfect those things because you already know the information. So now you're trying to be real smooth with your technique and trying to make a name for yourself. And when you get really older, like your 8th and 9th, 10th year, you're just trying to battle against just time. And even though you're really great on technique, you're just trying to physically keep yourself in shape to keep up with the younger guys. So everybody's going through their struggles and their adversity on the field. It's just different things for different people.
Chance, let me just say this. This is a 3-time national champ. Have you had a chance to reflect on that? You ever just think about that? There's players that play college football or NFL and never win a championship. You're walking out of Tuscaloosa and you're in the NFL now, the Tennessee Titans, but you've won 3 national titles. Do you ever just stop and say 3-time national champ?
I don't do that. I don't know what it is, man. Like I can honestly say I haven't looked at my championship rings in probably 3 years. I'm proud of the things that we did at Bama, but I'm just moving on. I'm trying to do great things with Tennessee Titans. And I feel like every great player doesn't look back, they just look forward. I feel like I can speak to all my teammates in the league, all my teammates doing something in life. They're trying to move forward and be great at what they do. And that's just the things that Coach Saban instilled in all of us is strive for greatness and whatever you want to do ahead after college. So that's what I'm doing.
Do you still look back and say, I wouldn't be the player that I am today without being in that Alabama system?
Oh, of course. I wouldn't change it for the world, man. To be a kid out of Atlanta, Georgia, 3-star, rivals, athletes.
Only a 3-star Chance?
3-star, man.
They missed that one, didn't they? They missed that one.
3 stars, 6'2.5". Guy. I never played guard until I got to Bama. So, it's just great experiences, man. Great coaches that I ran into that I'm still talk to this day. As a family, man, no matter what happens to me, I can always come back home, and I appreciate that.
Talk about Marcus Mariota as a quarterback, and what is the challenges of having a very mobile quarterback that can move outside of the pocket, the challenges from an offensive line perspective?
We're talking about a guy here who's a rookie, but he doesn't carry himself that way. It's very hard for me to even believe that he's a rookie and this is his first year because he carries himself so maturely. He takes care of the ball. He's really responsible with his play calling, and just a great guy to be around. A really responsible guy. Acts like a third, fourth year player, and when you got a guy like that, it's not hard to block for him. And then just his athleticism as a quarterback. Whenever he needs to scramble out of the pocket, he can do that on the drop of a hat. So, it's just good to have a guy like that on your team.
We're talking to Chance Warmack, the All-American, 3-time national champion at the University of Alabama, a member of the Tennessee Titans as he moves forward. Chance, I want to pick your brain about one more question. Offensive linemen ineligible down the field. It's been a big topic of conversation throughout the offseason. And it's one of those that you're getting beyond 3 yards. If you're not engaged, college football is going to try to be more proactive in calling that. The defenders are having to read offensive linemen, and they fire off the football like it's a running play, but then it's a pass play. Being an offensive lineman, can you give a little empathy for those defensive players that are trying to read the offensive lineman, but they're downfield? Any thought, any empathy from an offensive lineman to the defenders?
Most plays where you're seeing offensive linemen run downfield is most of the screen, or you might have a run play that gets check to run a pass. But, for the most part, I think the mentality of an offensive lineman is I'm going to go downfield when I see the ball get thrown. And, defensive linemen are down. They're real smart in reading whether it's going to be run or pass, even if it's a fake. So, in terms of how the rule is called, it's really up to the rule call is not up to us, but, catchers are being taught to catch the ball and offensive linemen are being taught to block. So I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
Well, it's just something in college football that they're going to be more conscious about that 3-yard rule. And I know the NFL, you don't have to deal with it, but just in the college game, it's been a conversation throughout the offseason.